Hello everyone. Good evening to one and all. Myself Mayuresh Pimple. I would like to welcome all my colleagues and my faculty in this today's presentation. So let's start with the presentation. My today's topic is store management, which comes under the subject called as material management. Fine. So let's start. Now, what is a store? Basically, store is a place where excess material is kept which will be used as and when required. Loss of items, deterioration, obsolescence, inadequacy are treated as a part of a life. Now, store management is to receive materials to protect them while in storage from damage and unauthorized removal, to issue the material in the right quantities at the right time to the right place, and to provide the service promptly and at the least cost. Now, what are the objectives of stores? So, coming to that part, in the chain of the internal customers and the suppliers, stores have several internal customers. As a matter of fact, all functions of the managements are internal customers of stores. Customers, as usual, expect quality, cost, and delivery from every supplier. Stores also have to deliver these customers' expectations as well. In the process of discharging these obligations, store performs some activities that are functions of stores. Fine. Now, main objective is to minimize the cost of production through minimizing cost of material. Fine. Second one is maintaining the value of the material. Third one is service to user departments. Now, and coming to the next, it's establishing coordination with the other departments. It's one of the important aspect. And last one is the advising material managers. Fine. Now, what are the functions of stores? If we look into the functions, I would like to only have a brief explanation of the same. Okay, let's have a glimpse of it. The first one which comes is the receipt, second is storage, then comes retrieval, issues, records, housekeeping, control, surplus management, verification, interaction and coordination. Now let's see each and every terms in detail. Receipt. Now what is a receipt? An item of goods or materials that enters the organization always enters through the stores. Similarly, every item, usually specifically excluded, has to leave through the stores. Stores is the final account keeper of all the materials. Fine. Now, materials sent by any supplier after a security clearances comes to the stores. Store checks the document carried by the carrier, known as delivery challans, against the copy of purchase order placed on the supplier by the organization. Once the adequacy is established and quantity is verified, the material is sent for testing for quality parameters. Sometimes quality control tests are elaborated and time consuming. If the policy of the receipt is to unload the material subject to the quality control acceptance, it is clear by unloading. Unloaded material is kept on the hold if not yet cleared by quality control department. Fine. It's very important. See, here the loss can be paid from the supplier as well. If the material is rejected, then it is sent back to the supplier. So the supplier has to take care of the purchase and the quality of the material. Fine. It is not that you get a purchase order and you need to deliver the same with any quality, because the quality control department checks with each and every aspects. Fine. Now storage. The second one is storage. What is storage? Once the unloaded material is approved by the quality control department as per the quality plan in the quality system, it is moved to the specific place in the store's layout. Fine. Then the material is stored that it becomes easy to retrieve and issue subsequently. Now, storage should always ensure protection against deterioration, damage, and leakage. Detailed system is adopted for location and labeling of the items while in storage. Storage plan is made keeping in mind. Now, what is kept in mind? First one is the nature of the product, its physical state, toxicity, inflammability, and other hazards. Fine. Second one is the volume and the weight, whether it's heavy or light. Third one is the movement frequency. Is it fast moving or slow moving? So the fast moving, if it's a fast moving product, we have to take care of the same and we need to keep in such place where it can be transported as quick as possible. Fine. And the point of use, last one. Now moving forward, what is retrieval? Retrieval is easy and quick retrievability of the items that are demanded by the internal customers. it as demanded by internal customers. Fine. Easy identification, maximum space utilization, and minimum handling are key factors to retrieval functions. It is common knowledge in many of the companies that after hours of searching for the item is declared to be out of stock. It generally happens. Yeah, the person who is studying in the doing job in the operation might have come at this point that after searching for the item, in the end we say that so it's out of stock. So generally retrieval is an important function of the store management, right? This causes hold up of production processes and avoid urgent purchase of out of stock material. This function takes place as per established retrieval system. Fine. Now what are the issues? Fulfilling customer demand for the item in minimum time, keeping quality high and cost minimum is issue. Fine. An internal customer doesn't pay the price, but he has to fulfill requirement of authorization for the demand. Now what are records? It is very easy to predict what are records. Okay, fine. So let's get into deep. Records are maintaining records of the receipts and issues, updating the stock levels as per movements of the materials. Basic record of stores are bin card and stock register. Bin card is placed on the bin in which items are stored. Fine. This gives information about receipt, issues and balances. Store register gives all the information in the bin card and also the value. Fine. Now what is housekeeping? Maintenance of spice and span cleanliness in the store and ensuring principle of the place for everything and everything in its place is fully implemented. Good housekeeping ensures satisfactory work practices. It's very important indeed. Now what is control? The main function here is control in store management, that is taking measures to ensure material plan is being adhered to. Any changes in the consumption pattern or replacement patterns are closely monitored for corrective actions. Material movement is watched to identify non-moving materials for disposals. Effective control puts into effect management objectives of non-shortage and no excesses. See, what here comes is we have to keep in mind that what are the products which are moving, and if it's not moving, what is the reason behind it, and what is the reason behind it. Fine. If you get the reason and if you find that the material which is not moving, it is not of use, we need to dispose the same. And we need to take care of the material as well which are very fast moving. So we need to take care that there should be no shortage and no excess of any products. Fine. It should be in control manner. Now what is surplus management? Effective disposal system for unneeded materials to reduce inventory cost and proactive measures to eliminate deterioration and obsolescence. Obsolete items are good in all respect but have no useful role in the company due to changes that have occurred in the course of time. Surplus items are those that have accumulated due to the faulty planning, forecasting and purchasing. Hence, a usage value is associated with this item. Now, scrap is wastage generated due to the process like turning, boring, drilling, etc. and also due to the bad manufacturing. It is said that in India nearly 2,500 crores are of an absolute surplus and scrap items. So guys, I would like to take an example of the surplus items. One can be taken as the example can be the garments. Fine. If we see that the branded companies like Levi's, Wrangler, Killer, or you can say the Mufti brand as well. They give orders to different companies in huge quantities, right? But as you know, before accepting any order after getting purchased, the supplier needs to send that order to the quality control department, right? So it needs to be ensured that it gets checked and verified at all the stages. So many times what happens is it doesn't happen many times, but out of 100 times you can say 90% of the time it is good, it is doable, and all the products are tested okay from the quality control department. But 10% of the times it happens that due to the minor defect in the garments, the whole lot has been rejected. So that particular lot is being kept as a surplus and the same item is being given to the local markets in a very cheap price. So that can be an example of the same. Fine. Now what is verification? Stock verification is used to eliminate gap between information and physical stock, right? In store, some items are maintained as stock items. The store triggers the procurement cycle for such items when a predetermined record level is reached. Hence, correct stock positions through verification is critical to ensure no shortage and no excess for the items. Now, what is interaction and coordination? It is very close interaction between purchasing, production, quality control, and engineering functions is obviously needed in the discharge of functions discussed so far. It is also becomes necessary to coordinate the flow of the material samples and information, though a network of departments for performance of stores functions. Besides, every management function being an internal customer interaction is very important. So, internal interaction and the coordination between sub departments in the organization plays a very important role. Fine. Now, what are the types of stores? As of now, we have seen the store management functions and the objectives. Now, coming to the types of stores, there are only two types of stores we generally see. One is the centralized, and second one is a decentralized store. Now, what is centralized or decentralized store? Fine. Centralized store is a concept which is used to store all items at a central place and control material movements from this central place. Whereas decentralized concept is moving the material to the respective consumer functions or directly to the point of use. Now, here we can see a graphical representation of the centralized store figure. Now, in the center we can see the store office, which keeps all the records of the stores, stocks, or we can say the stocks of the particular products into the organization. Fine. So once all the things are been met, it is been distributed to the nearby departments. So you can see the heat treatment, machine shop, molding and casting, fitting shop is been placed side by side. Fine. And the store is been centralized for the ease of access. Now, features of centralized store: it is effective supervision and control. Issues at single product reduces cost of issue because it is centralized. Reduce personal requirements. Right. Efficient layout for stores, better handling technologies, better inventory checks, maintenance of optimum store, elaborate documentation. It's very easy to it is very easy to understand. So I won't be elaborating each and everything. Fine. Now, what is the advantage of centralized store? As I said earlier, it becomes easy to access. So for the ease, we use centralized stores. The variety of the goods can be supplied to all the users from one small location. Less manpower will be required. Better control of material is possible. Material handling will be easy. Wastage and deterioration of material will be less. Now, what is the disadvantages of centralized store? It may not be suitable for large manufacturing concerns. More staff will be required for shifting and transportation of the materials to various production units. Record keeping is difficult. Now, what is decentralized store figure? Now see, on the left hand side, you can see the department, that is machine shop, molding and casting, and a fitting shop. And the store for each department is different. Fine, it is not centralized. Fine. Now, what are the features of decentralized stores organization? Reduce handling, customer friendly, fewer production stoppage, visual management is easier. Now, what are the advantages? Reduce material handling and associated costs, less chance of bottlenecks and delays, convenient of every department to draw materials, less transportation time because everything is kept in a particular department itself. What is the disadvantage? Coordination and control of all the decentralized store is challenge to management. Fine. Labor utilization may suffer due to the low store activity level. Yeah, that's definite. Some other types of storage. As per the types of the material store, raw material store, these are the subcategories of the store management. Fine. So what can be the other types? As per the type of the material, it can be said as raw material storage, component storage, work in progress storage store, finished goods stores, semi-finished goods stores, tool store, die crib, consumer material store. As per the nature, if we see the store department as per the nature of the materials, so it can be considered as LPG store, chemical store, hazardous material store, refrigerator material store, and etc. Now, storage layouts. What is a storage layout? It is basically a plan from where the one product will move to different sub departments, and finally we get a final product. Fine. Now, physical arrangement of the storage facilities for efficient receipt, storage, and issues of the material is called as the layout of the storage. In a properly arranged store, the material are properly maintained. It involves minimum of handling and optimum utilization of space. What are the factors affecting storage layout? That can be a type of stock, volumes of the stock, how much, that means the quantity, availability of the space. Yeah, it plays a very important role in store management, and physical factors. Fine. Now, store system. What are the systems in store management? The source system can be closed door system and the open store system. Now, what is closed door system? Closed door system is this. In here we basically store material. The stored material here is held under lock and key. Enter into the store is restricted to authorized person only. Physical movement of the material is only with authorized documents only. Maximum security and tight control on movements are feature of this store. Fine. Now, what is open store? In this system, material is stored near point of use and there is no restrictions as such as we compare to the closed door system. Fine. Control process onto the operations department. Fine. Thank you. So guys, I hope you like the video. We'll be catching you in the next session. Thank you. Thanks a lot.